Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good morning and good evening to those in India. Good morning to those in US. My name is Srivathsa Joshi. Very glad to connect back to Vidya-Niketan. On and off, I have been associating with the Shanti Tantri, Tantri family and the friends there who are doing a very good service of imparting Indian Hindu culture to youngsters and the new generation people here. And on one such occasion, I happened to see that two wonderful, brilliant girls, uh, Aditi and Anisha, were part of this program. And I was pleasantly surprised to see them here. And it so happens that I know them in person, and I was very glad. And then I discussed with Shanti Tantri, and that is where I wanted to introduce one more whiz kid whom I know to this program, to these kids here, so that they get to know each other, they get to exchange ideas, get inspiration. So that is how I am proudly introducing Vidhata Dattatri today. Vidhata lives in Bangalore, but originally they are from a place in Malenad, Karnataka called Sagara, near Sagara, Koppa, Hosakoppa. And of course, I think Vidhata's father is from Mysore, uh, it, at least as far as I know. Anyway, so I know Vidhata's family first through his mother, Vidya, and then father. And of course, I have been to their house in Bangalore, and I see that they are a very cultured family, very bright and brilliant, giving a lot of value and importance to Indian culture. So that is where I felt Vidhata, Vidhata is a right person, right resource person to be introduced to this group. Anyway, so as I said, Vidhata lives in Bangalore. He attends. He's in a seventh standard now. He's 12 years old. He attends Sharadamba Vidya-Niketan school in Rajarajeshwari Nagara. And apart from that, he also is learning Veda Patana from his father, Dattatri, and also learning Sanskritam from Samskrita Bharati. Vidhata loves reading and storytelling, and as a medium to his passion of storytelling, he has created a YouTube channel called Chidvilasa. And interestingly, it happens that today is the birthday of that YouTube channel. Like 2 years ago, he created the channel on 23rd October, and today is 23rd October. So on the second anniversary of his YouTube channel, he is presenting his stuff to us. And I have been watching videos created by Vidhata, and I'm really amazed the way he has used his animation skills, and not just used, he has used to convincingly convey Indian values. He has introduced the heroes from Indian mythology or Indian folklore, uh, kings and other such stories, and I was quite impressed. And even I wanted to know how Vidhata could do all those wonders. So initially, I hesitated when Shanti Tantri asked me to introduce and interview Vidhata, but then I agreed because I was the one who introduced him to Shanti Tantri. Anyway. And in today's program, Vidhata will present a story of Narakasura, because to match with the theme of today, Deepavali preparations and Deepavali. So Vidhata will tell a story of Narakasura, and he also intends to conduct a small quiz uh, on Ramayana and Mahabharata characters. That it will be very interesting and interactive for kids here, who, of course, are also well versed with the stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata. And then there will be a small conversation between me and Vidhata as for his passion of animation, storytelling, and knowledge sharing. So that is in brief about Vidhata. Now, I think I'll hand over to Vidhata to start his presentation. And then after doing that, we will have a conversation. And I will unmute Vidhata because I'm the host. You're already unmuted. Okay. So Vidhata, can you start? Welcome to our program.
Sarvebhyo namaskaraः. Deepavali parvasya hardika shubhashayaः. So before I start, thank you and thank Vidya-Niketanam for providing me this opportunity to speak in front of all of you, and thank you for inviting me to this program. Yeah, so let's start. So in India, there's a state called Assam. You may know the state called Assam, right? So what is Assam today was many years ago, in the many centuries ago, at the time of the Mahabharata, was called Pragjyotishapura. Pragjyotishapura had a ruler. Its ruler was apt to his name, Narakasura. He used to take hell everywhere with him. He used to plunder cities, bring tremendous destruction, wreak havoc everywhere. And wherever he went, he used to make that place hell. That's why the name Narakasura. Narakasura was not only strong but also smart. He used a strategy. Wherever he attacked only at midnight. He used to make sure that no one should get any prior notice of his attack. If they got prior notice, they would be ready. If they were ready, it would be difficult to defeat them. He used to attack like a bolt from the blue, plunder everything, abduct women and girls of the royal family, and raze cities to dust. He even attacked and destroyed Amravati in heaven. He snatched Indra, the divine mother of all the Devatas, Aditi's earrings, kidnapped thousands of celestial women from there. And when he came back to Pragjyotishapura, he imprisoned 16,000 women in cellars. Narakasura, his two sidekicks or accomplices in destruction, Banasura and Mura, came to be known as the terrific trio. Banasura had brought up Narakasura from the start. Mura was an excellent war strategist and defense architect. For Narakasura's and Pragjyotishapura's protection, he constructed three indestructible, imperishable, high tech barriers around Naraka's fort. They were called the Murapashas. Whoever tried to get through the Murapashas were never heard of again. While all of these things, all Assam was in eastern part of Bharat. It's in eastern part of Bharat. All these things were happening in the east. In the west, a Messiah was already born. He was committed to destroy, to wipe out all the evils from the face of the earth. Who was the Messiah, you ask? It was none other than Lord Sri Krishna. Unlike kings of his era, Lord Sri Krishna, unlike kings of his era who were only focused and they were only worried about protecting their territory, Sri Krishna was focused on Sri Krishna was committed to rebuild Bharat based on the Sanatana Tattvas. Krishna was a fine strategist. He had spies all across Bharat. They gave him details of everything that was going on in every nook and corner of Bharat. Krishna was even receiving messages of Narakasura's atrocities. When he heard news of the condition of heaven, he heard the news of Narakasura stealing Divine Mother Aditi's earrings, he thought, enough is enough. Narakasura's evil atrocities have crossed all limits. It's time to take him out. Sri Krishna made a meticulous strategy using the same techniques that Narakasura used. Do any of you remember what techniques Narakasura used? Narakasura used some techniques. What did he use?
You said attacking in the midnight. That was one technique.
He attacked at midnight. He did not give any prior notice to the enemy of his attack. Krishna used the same strategies and created a plan. He sent his best troops, best defense engineers, and best spies to Pragjyotishapura. The spies camouflaged themselves. They blended in with the residents of Pragjyotishapura so that no one would get any doubt. They kept giving Krishna information about the barriers. They kept working day and night to find out the most vulnerable part and the weaknesses of all the three Murapashas. After some time of really real hard work, at last they found the most vulnerable part of the Murapashas. They quickly sent that information to Krishna. Krishna told them to wait for his next order and told them to stay camouflaged in Pragjyotishapura. Now, Krishna did not want anyone to know that he was going out on war. That was also Narakasura's strategy. That's why Krishna took his wife, Satyabhama. She was also a warrior princess. He took Satyabhama with her. Everyone would think that he was going on a trip with Satyabhama. Now, Krishna started his journey from Dwaraka to Pragjyotishapura. When he reached Pragjyotishapura, it was past midnight. As usual, Narakasura's heavily drunk soldiers were sleeping after partying. They believed that no one in the whole universe could break the Murapashas. They were all sleeping soundly. Now, Krishna's stealth commandos, who were camouflaged, who were disguised, and were waiting in Pragjyotishapura, they knew what to do. They started attacking the barriers at the most vulnerable point. Krishna too started wielding his powerful weapons against the Murapashas. Since they knew all the secrets of the Murapashas, Pashas after Pashas, all the three Murapashas were breached. Now in Narakasura's camp, the sleeping soldiers heard a loud sound. They rushed outside, and to everyone's shock, the Murapashas were destroyed. They had perished. Their most protective, high tech layers of protection were no more. And who broke it? The soldiers only see a man and his wife on a chariot. Narakasuras, shocked, confused, and drunken men didn't know what to do. They started running in all directions. Now, Krishna's stealth commandos used their next move. They started firing their arrows. To Naraka's troops, this looked like Krishna was raining a shower of arrows on them. Now, Banasura and Mura, Narakasura's accomplices, arrived on the scene. They too couldn't believe that the strongest Murapashas were breached. Banasura quickly ordered the troops who were running about in all directions to attack Krishna. So they did. Krishna and his stealth commandos now started firing fire missiles, Agnayastras, at Narakasura's soldiers. To Narakasura's soldiers, it looked like fire was raining down from the sky. Narakasura's dazed and bewildered soldiers ran in all directions, but that was in vain. All of them were killed. Now, Krishna attacked Mura directly. They engaged in face-to-face combat, and even though Mura was a great warrior, Krishna was the greatest. He chopped Mura's head, and seeing that, afraid Banasura fled. Now, because Krishna killed Mura, Krishna got a name. Do anyone of you know what that name is? Anyone can answer.
Murari.
Krishna got a name after chopping Mura's head, after
Yes.
killing Mura.
So Shanti Bhagini replied saying Murari. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Krishna got the name Murari, the fatal enemy of Mura. Now, Narakasura stepped in, but he was in for a trance. It seemed like to him that Krishna alone had finished his whole army single handed. His morale dropped low. Still, the great warrior he was, Narakasura started firing his powerful missiles. He countered all the missiles sent by Krishna and his stealth commandos. Now, Krishna's plan had not ended. He executed the last part of his master plan. While fighting on the chariot in a direct fight with Narakasura, Krishna suddenly fell down inside the chariot. It seemed like Krishna was fatally wounded. Narakasura thought Krishna had died. He exploded with joy. Now, Satyabhama, who was watching, Krishna's wife, who was watching all this quietly, in a shock, picked up a bow and started fighting. Wasn't she a warrior queen? Now, now Narakasura, who had captured 16,000 women, started laughing. He started easily countering Satyabhama's weapons. He yelled to Satyabhama, "Get ready to go to the place where your husband went," and kept on countering Satyabhama's weapons. Now, did Krishna really die? No, right? Krishna was waiting for this moment all along. Narakasura's attention was on Satyabhama. Narakasura thought Krishna had died. So Krishna got up in a flash, picked his bow, wielded one of his most powerful arrows. He aimed it at Narakasura and shot it. In a fraction of a second, before Narakasura could even observe, the arrow had pierced his body. Narakasura lay dead. Mastermind Krishna's quick planning skills had proven fatal to Narakasura. Mayavadhya was the principle of Krishna. A trickster has to be killed by tricks. Mayavadhya. Now Krishna's army took over the fort and released all the kings, all the political prisoners, including all the 16,000 women. In order to give them social security, he declared all of them as his wives. People across the country rejoiced the death of the evil tyrant Narakasura. So much that the celebration has continued even today. That's why we celebrate Naraka Chaturthi. Jai Shri Krishna.
Very
I
good.
hope you all enjoyed the story.
Excellent, Vidhata. Excellent storytelling. Yes, the way people rejoiced there. Even here we rejoice the way you narrated this story with full of Josh. That is excellent.
Thank you.
Will you be showing any video today or no?
No, Shanti Bhagini has a video prepared to show a
Okay.
video of one of my
Yeah.
stories.
Okay. So
Yes.
then that is fine. Then Shanti Bhagini,
Yes.
will
Can
the
I?
video be played now or
Yes.
the conversation first?
Shall we play the video so everybody can relate to how
Yes.
he's good, right? Okay.
Correct.
I will share my screen and I'm going to share.
No, actually, you need not make me host. I will make you back host.
No, I can share my screen, Mahodaya, no problem.
Okay.
And I will play Guru Dakshina, Origin of Cambodia for
Yeah.
Children by Vidhata Dattatri.
Guru Dakshina. It all happened more than 2000 years ago. You heard of the Chola kingdom? The Chola dynasty is one of the longest ruling dynasties in the world. Their kingdom was coming to its glory. Do you know, friends? In those days, there used to be Gurukulas in each and every village of Bharat, our nation. Gurukulas were residential schools where students used to study for 12 years. There, they used to learn 64 types of courses and skills, including the Vedas, Shastras, science, astronomy, mathematics, Ayurveda, weaponry, martial arts, music, and so on. No upfront fee or donation to be paid. At the end of their education, during convocation, students could give whatever they could afford, money or anything in kind that helps running the Gurukula as Guru Dakshina. In one such Gurukula in the Chola kingdom, a batch of students were having their convocation and samarpana of Guru Dakshina. After the convocation proceedings, the Acharya noticed the boy who was sitting sadly under a tree. He was Kambu. The Acharya went to him with concern and asked why he was still there, even after the convocation was over. Kambu said, Gurudeva, I was an orphan when brought to this ashram. I have nothing to submit as Guru Dakshina. The Acharya calmed him down and said, Son, don't worry. As Guru Dakshina, I ask you to go and educate the uneducated. That will be enough to please me. On the spot, taking the words of his Guru as the mission for his life, Kambu replied, Gurudeva, your wish is my command. He bowed to the Acharya and left the Gurukul. He travelled long distances beyond the borders of the Chola kingdom, crossing many lands, and a few years later landed in an absolutely unknown place where he could not find any mark of civilization. Inhabited by tribals, this place seemed never explored by the cultured societies. When he was spotted, the tribals welcomed him with pelting stones. Kambu tried hard to escape the stones but did not run away. Seeing him trying to approach them and talk, those people stopped pelting stones. Kambu slowly went towards them. He tried to connect with them in many languages and signs, They did not understand a word of it. Finally, with a lot of effort, he was able to convince them that he was a friend and not a foe. Kambu then built a simple ashram on the outskirts of their village. Slowly, Kambu learned their language and mingled with the tribal people. He taught them manners and culture. He made them learn the languages of the external world and imparted all the skills he had learned at his Gurukula. After several years, the tribals turned civilized. They organized themselves very well and formed their own kingdom. In order to honor their guru, they named their nation after his name, Kambu Jardesha, to mean the nation born by Kambu. They called themselves the Kambujas and declared him their king. Kambuja Desha was well connected with the Chola kingdom and naturally immersed with the culture of Bharat. It was ruled by prominent kings like Jayavarman II and Suryavarman II, who took Kambuja Desha to its glory and established trade with many nations like China, Vietnam, Myanmar, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Even today, the world's largest temple, Angkor Wat, is in Kambuja Desha. Over a period of time, the word Kambuja Desha gradually transformed into Kambuja and then into Kampuchea. 1,000 years later, when the French invaded Kampuchea and formed their colonies, being not able to pronounce Kampuchea properly, they called it Cambodia. Though even today, the country's official name remains Kampuchea. Thus, Kambu submitted the greatest ever Guru Dakshina in the history of mankind. What an amazing inspiration! Story narration Vidhata. Vidhata story 1 presented by Vidya-Niketanam Media.
Excellent, excellent. Yes. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, that was really excellent, Vidhata. We got to hear two stories now. One as your own narration in person, and then one through animation. Excellent story of Guru Dakshina. We now know how Cambodia, the present day Cambodia, was initially Kambudesha because of Kambu, who paid the greatest Guru Dakshina. Excellent, very nice. Now we will have a small conversation, just a couple of minutes. First of all, it is very great pleasure that whiz kid, wonder kid like you is present in our program today, and kids here and families here are getting a chance to get introduced to you. Now, I had collected a small profile of yours from your dad, and there he mentioned you are learning Veda Patana, and he said you will be reciting a small portion of Taittiriya Upanishad, so which we will do. Now, tell us a little bit about your passion of this animation and the storytelling. How the idea of a YouTube channel came to your mind, and how did you do that? Tell in brief.
So when the lockdown started, I had a lot of time a lot of time. So instead of sitting simply and wasting all my time, my father came up with this idea to start a YouTube channel and do the story things and science experiments and all of that. So on 23rd October 2020, 2 years before, 2 years from 2 years back, I started Chidvilasa Story World. So Chit means the mind.
My
Vilasa means game, so a play of mind. Chidvilasa means a play of mind. So the universe is a play of mind.
so
That's
that name was your own idea, or
no that's the name of our house in Mysore.
okay,
So we named our channel Chidvilasa since stories are related to the development of mind.
excellent,
Uh,
excellent.
we
Uh,
named our channel Chidvilasa Story World.
Meanwhile, I should also tell audience that Vidhata even writes articles, science articles. His articles have been published in Kannada newspapers and also an exclusive magazine called Sutra, which is for science and mathematics. He has done science demonstrations for that magazine. So he's an established writer also. So storytelling, writing, and a YouTube channel. And he also plays cricket and football, I'm told. So an all-rounder in all aspects. Now, tell us a little bit about your school activities and how are you enjoying your school and your academics?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying my school. So, in addition to these extracurricular activities, even in school, I get engaged in writing these skits and performing in front of the stage and in front of the whole school, and telling speeches and giving speeches about heroes of our country in schools in a school.
Yeah. Okay. So now, audience, if you were closely, if you attentively watched that video towards the end, the credits were read out by none other than younger brother of Vidhata. His name is Sandhata. So they are two brothers. So I want to ask Vidhata, do you inspire, guide Sandhata, or there are some quarrels in between? How is it?
So, like in every family, there are quarrels, but they're all of a small level.
Eh, who wins? No, no, because all your stories are with the heroes and all such power. So who wins, Vidhata or Sandhata?
It depends on the situation.
No, no, that was just for fun. I know you both are very nice boys. I have come to your house. I know how nicely you play and how nicely you. That is very good. And your YouTube channel, I have all your friends and classmates and all. They have seen your YouTube channel. Do they like it? Do they give you feedback?
Yeah, some of them have seen,
Okay,
and some
and
of them
and and
not
your
seen.
family members also.
Oh yeah, family members. Yeah, they
Yes,
give feedback, good feedback,
excellent, excellent.
and also feedback is really important
Yeah.
to
So
improve.
so what more you want to do in that YouTube channel?
So,
Plans.
in addition to stories, I have already done some science experiments for the magazine called Sutra, as you mentioned before. I've done some science experiments, and I have other plans to continue this storytelling and to also go to other branches of speaking,
Oh, nice, very nice.
like
So
presenting
basically,
topics.
basically, basically, you are for sharing your knowledge so that everybody benefits and others also gets inspired.
Sharing knowledge.
Yes, excellent, excellent. That's a very good trait. So, and I don't know how much time we have, but one other.
We have the time, Mahodaya.
No, no, okay. So, tell us a little bit about your other interests and hobbies. Like, of course, you are doing this YouTube channel, so I think it takes a good amount of time, especially And how do you come up with all those graphics and all? Like the software you use, it has all those provisions, or how is it?
Okay.
Like for
So
example, all this the hermitage where the sage was doing penance and such graphics. How do you manage?
So I mostly use open source softwares for all this creation.
Okay,
I minimally use paid softwares for the final video editing. I use Filmora, and I use mostly open source softwares. And
okay,
I would like to thank all the creators and developers of the open source softwares. So because it's because of them that creators like me, creators like me are we are
yeah,
getting motivation and encouragement to continue to create
very good. Yes, so that is very good. So you are making best use of such available
yes
software. Uh,
open source software.
so that is nice. So you said the animation stories, and then you also intend to do some science demonstrations so that
Yes.
it is easy for kids of your age to grasp those experiments and learn basic science principles, like which subject in science is your most favorite, like physics or chemistry or mathematics, or what you are very fond of?
I like all the subjects
Okay.
equally.
And
Only one.
this Sanskritam language you have in school also, or only in Samskrita Bharati?
In a school, currently we don't have some Sanskritam. So
Okay,
I have written three exams in given by some. I've completed three exams given by
excellent.
Samskrita Bharati.
Okay, okay. So in school, which other language you have? Like English is your medium, but you must be having one or two languages as
So
subject, right?
we have English, Kannada, and Hindi, three
Okay,
languages.
okay. So Kannada also you are very fluent. I have read your articles in newspaper, and the way you narrate stories. You have a very good command over all languages, I should say, Kannada, uh, English. So it is very nice to see positive thinking who has a lot of value for Indian values, uh, who has respect for Indian values. It is really wonderful. Now, a small recitation by you, Taittiriya Upanishad, right?
Yes,
This your father, Sri Dattatri, he taught
yes.
you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he teaches me the Vedas.
Okay.
So I'd like to introduce the what I'm going to chant.
Okay.
So the Taittiriya Upanishad, it has documented that what the gurus, the life lessons that the gurus would give to shishyas to inculcate in their future lives. So those life lessons are so deep. They're so deep that even we have to inculcate those values in our lives. So it's called Shishyanushasana. So I'm going to start now. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Om ॐ वेदमनुच्याचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुषास्ति सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्येन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकगुं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागुंसो वासिनः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया देयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अथेदिते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणा आसं महर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्या आख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणा आसं महर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचेतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम्
Very nice. So that is the do's and don'ts. What is taught to a student. So in Sanskrit it says this has to be done, this has to be done, this has to be done, and these are not to be done, not to be. So do's and don'ts. So that is very good that you also said the summary in the beginning and then recited. Excellent. Vidhata. Now to audience, one last very interesting information about Vidhata I should share is his passion of animation and the requirement of software and all for that. And it is that he earns it. Uh, so he has every command on it because he earns it. The way he earns is he is the priest for his mother's all Shravana Masa pujas like Mangala Gauri and all those pujas. So Vidhata is the priest, Purohit, what you call. So he gets dakshina, which obviously performing a puja, dakshina should go to the priest. So that dakshina he uses to buy the license of this animation software. See what a wonderful way of using resources, his own resources. So he does that, and you have seen his videos how he has mastered all those arts of animation and storytelling. So it's a great talent we have with us, Vidhata. We are very happy that you could make it despite travel to your native place for a festival. So from your Chikama or Dodama?
Dodama.
Dodama's place, you have connected over Zoom. So we are thankful to them also. We are thankful to your family. It is indeed a great pleasure that I could get to interact with you for Vidya-Niketan. So I hand over to Shanti Bhagini to continue the program.
Thank you very much, Srivathsa Joshi Mahodaya. First of all, but for you, we would not have known such details about Vidhata. Since you know him personally, we were able to get more of what Vidhata is capable of and his potential. So we specially thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. Yes.
Yes, Vidhata, amazing. We are really, really amazed by all that you said and did. Now, I know there is the last segment, so let's
Thank you.
go ahead with that.
Okay, the quiz.
The
Okay.
quiz. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Did we overrun time? So you should have told us.
No, it is okay because no, that is fine.
Okay.
Usually our sessions are till 11:30, so that is
Oh,
fine.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
So Vidhata, how do you want? Yeah.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Okay, so we all of us have heard the stories of Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So there are many characters in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. We know some characters very well, and some characters don't know that much info we don't have that much information. Okay, so the quiz I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell a character, and you have to tell me if they're from the Ramayana or from the Mahabharata. And you can even briefly tell the story of the character if you know it. Okay, there are some characters
Now,
like
1 second, Shanti Bhagini, how this is going to be like if somebody wants to answer, will they raise hand or?
Yeah, no, they will unmute and they will answer.
Okay, yeah.
Also, Vidhata, request, even the parents also will be in that group, okay? The students and the parents, everybody will be in that group and you will be the one. Okay? Yes.
okay.
Ah.
Okay, there are some. I'll tell you an interesting fact. some characters appear both in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. An example for that is Hanuman. He appears in the Ramayana, we all know that very well, and he appears in the Mahabharata too in the Saugandika Pushpa Prakaranam. Okay, so my first question is Kritavarma. Where does he appear? In the Ramayana or the Mahabharata?
In the first ball itself, he has stumped us.
Mahabharata.
Correct. Correct. Kritavarma appears in the Mahabharata. He was
Good.
a Yadava chieftain who was in the Kaurava side. If anyone of you know the story of Kritavarma, you can tell it briefly.
Akshara, do you know it? Akshara, you can switch your video on.
No, I don't know it.
Okay.
Okay. Kritavarma was a Yadava chieftain. He was the chief of Krishna's Narayani Narayani army. So when Krishna's Narayani army went with to Duryodhana's side, Kritavarma joined him. Kritavarma was only the only four survivors, the only survivors after the Mahabharata war had ended. So the next one, Kabandha. This is an easy one. Kabandha. Where does he appear?
Ramayana.
Any of you know his story? Kabandha's story?
Kabanda Bahu.
Yes, Kabandha. Wow, it's a describing word. Kabandha's story. Okay, so Kabandha, it means Kabandha was the one with long arms. Who tried eating Rama and Lakshmana and got killed by them. He didn't get killed. He got liberated by Rama and Lakshmana. Okay, the next question. Vrishaketu. Where was he from?
Mahabharata.
Mahabharata.
His story? Any of you know it? Who was he? No one? So Vrishaketu was Karna's youngest son. He didn't participate in the Mahabharata, in the Kurukshetra war because he was really young, but he had to die in the hands of Babruvahana long after the Kurukshetra war. So the next one, Subahu. Who was he?
Mahabharata.
No.
No.
Try again.
Ramayana.
He's from the Ramayana, correct? Who was Subahu?
I think he was a Rakshasa.
Rakshasa? Correct. He was a Rakshasa. But whose son he was? Where does he appear?
Subahu and Maricha are the two who appear during the when Vishwamitra takes Rama and Lakshmana.
Correct. Subahu was Tataka's son and Maricha's brother. He died at the hands of Rama when Vishwamitra was performing the yajna. So the next character, Parashurama.
Mahabharata.
Okay, Mahabharata. Okay,
Both.
Both.
both correct. Okay, where does he appear in the Ramayana?
When Rama broke the Dhanush and returned after marrying Sita, Parashuram wanted to test who he is.
Right, perfect. And do you have any clue where he appeared in the Mahabharata?
He is Karna's teacher.
Teacher.
Correct.
Karna's
Karna's teacher.
Yes.
Karna's guru.
So Parashurama
Okay,
and
perfect.
Hanuman are among 7 Chiranjeevis. So it is
Correct. He was
obvious
his
that
among
they
Chiranjeevis.
appear on Trita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. Yes.
Correct. Okay. Next, I'll give an easy one. Amba.
Mahabharata.
Who was
Uh,
she?
She's Ambika and Ambalika's sister.
Correct.
Excellent. Who was that? Who answered? Akshara.
Akshara.
Very nice.
Okay, Amba was the daughter of the king of Kashi. She was the sister of Ambika and Ambalika, as correctly told. She sacrificed herself to avenge avenge the insult done by Bhishma to her. And she was reborn as Shikhandi. And she was the reason for Bhishma's death.
Yep.
So the next one. Who was Yuyutsu? Where does he appear?
Yuyutsu.
Mahabharata.
Who was he? Who was Yuyutsu?
I know his name appears in Bhagavad Gita also, first chapter.
Correct. Yes, his name appears in the Bhagavad Gita.
He was-
Yuyutsu was
He was one of the Kauravas.
yeah, he was one of the Kauravas, correct? After that, he was a Kaurava, but he didn't fight in the Kaurava side in the Kurukshetra war. He was born to Dhritarashtra with he was born to Dhritarashtra and his maid. He was the 90 he was the youngest Kaurava, but at the when the war was about to start, Yuyutsu switched his sides and he fought the war with the Pandavas. Okay, the next one is a bit difficult. Let's see if we can get it. Who was Kesari? Kesari.
Mahabharata.
No.
Ramayana.
Yes, it's an obvious choice. He appears in the Ramayana. But where does he appear? Who was he?
The clue is Hanuman Chalisa. Am I right?
Yeah. Kesari
Yes.
Nandan.
Yes. Super perfect. Kesari Nandan.
Yes.
He was the Kesari Nandan, the son of Kesari. Hanuman was the son. Kesari was Hanuman's father. Okay. The next one is Uttara. Uttara, where does she appear?
Mahabharata.
Yep.
Mahabharata.
And who was she?
Abhimanyu's wife.
Perfect.
But
Abhimanyu.
before
Uttara
that,
was Abhimanyu.
Kumara's sister.
Uttara
Yeah.
Kumara's sister, Virata's daughter.
Virat's daughter.
Virata's daughter and Uttara Kumara's sister. She was married to Abhimanyu. And there is an interesting story. Who was her son? Uttara's son. Uttara's son was the next king of Pandava, the next king of Hastinapura. He was Parikshita. Uttara's son was Parikshita. When Ashwathama had wielded his Brahmastra to finish Parikshita off in Uttara's womb, but Krishna had protected Parikshita. So since he had been tested inside the womb, he was named Parikshita. Okay, the next one is Ruma.
I know.
Ramayanam, Bali's wife.
No,
No.
not exactly. Bali's wife.
Sugriva's wife, she was actually.
Perfect.
Yes.
But Bali,
Sugriva's wife. Bali had
Abducted
snatched away, abducted Sugriva's wife after chasing Sugriva away from Kishkindha.
yes.
Okay, the next one is Ulupi.
Mahabharata.
Yes.
Who was Ulupi? Perfect. Who was Ulupi?
Arjuna's
Continue.
Arjuna's wife.
Correct. Ulupi was Arjuna's wife. Okay. So the next one is this is a challenging one, but you can try. Who was Vishravas? Where does he appear? Vishravas.
Yes. Ramayana.
Ramana, correct. Where does he appear?
Somebody related to Ravana.
Yes.
Ravana's
Got
father.
a clue.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ravana's father. Vishravas was Ravana's father. Okay, the next one is Samba. It's a bit easy. You can try. Samba.
It's Krishna's
Krishna.
son. Krishna's
Krishna's
son.
son. Perfect. Perfect. Samba was Krishna's son. He was the one who was responsible for the destruction of Yadavas.
Yeah, that was correct.
Samba. Okay. The next one is Guha.
Ramayana.
Guha was is Ramayana. Where does he appear? Who was Guha?
When Rama has to cross the river, Ganga
Yes.
river, he provided his boat.
Correct. He
Yeah.
was Rama. And one more interesting fact is that when Rama was studying under Vasishtha, Guha was Rama's classmate. He
Oh,
had
we didn't know that.
Guha was Rama's classmate. Next, where does Jambavan appear? Jambavan. You might have heard his name.
Ramayana.
Ramayana.
Ramayana
Ramayana.
and Mahabharata.
Ramayana.
And Mahabharata.
Ramayana, where does his, what is his role?
He reminded Hanuman he can fly and he can go to Lanka.
He reminded Hanuman of his powers, and he was he was one of the commanders of the monkey army of Sugriva, Vanara army of Sugriva. And the Mahabharata, I'm taking in the Krishna story too, the Bhagavatam too, Krishna story too. And where does Jambavan appear in the Mahabharata?
Yeah, the Samantakamani, Satrajita.
Correct. Perfect. So Jambavan would have snatched away the Samantaka money from the lion who had killed Prasena, and Krishna comes to take the Samantaka gem back, and a huge fight takes place, and Jambavan realizes that Krishna is none other than Rama in his next avatar, and gives the money back, gives the gem back, and he also gives his daughter Jambavati to Krishna, gives the hand of his daughter Jambavati to Krishna. And so that's all in the quiz, and all of you have answered really well.
Yes.
And that's all the quiz. Thank you.
The quiz master was very nice.
Yes. 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 The quiz master was very nice.
Yep.
It's very true. Okay. So let me just. Okay. Anyway. So thank you very much, Vidhata. We are truly amazed looking at all that your potential. Okay, you are so young for your age. You're so matured. The way you narrated the story of Narakasura, I have read the story of Narakasura, and we've even enacted that in Yakshagana. But the way you told that, bringing them like to our level, making each and every aspect of the story so very understandable to us. You brought each of the characters to life. Excellent. Your storytelling skills are excellent. And
It's like a running commentary.
yes, and also your videos, there are no words to actually describe them, because you're so young, and the way you have brought from the beginning, it's all your own product. And it is really amazing. We are all very inspired. And the way you conducted the quiz also, you're such a for your age, you're so matured. You're, as Srivathsa Joshi Mahodaya said, you're a very good quiz master also, and so humble. And we are very happy. We are all impressed, not just the students, the parents, the teachers, all of us are impressed with you. And a special thanks for reciting from the Taittiriya Upanishad, the one that is told after the convocation. We would definitely like to introduce that for our students here going forward from this year onwards, when for the graduating students. So thank you very much for selecting that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I have
For
one.
giving the opportunity.
Yes, I have one request, Vidhata. Can we see your parents? Can you introduce your parents and brother to us in camera? Yeah,
They have joined the meeting.
they've
They're
joined.
here.
Joshi, I'm not able to.
Namaste, Dattatri here.
Yes, I am not able to share.
I added to spotlight.
Got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Dhanyavadaha. Namaste, Mahodaya.
Vidya is also here.
Yes.
Namaste, Vidya Bhagini. We are very, yes, I mean, congratulations to you. And congratulations to you. Like Vidhata, I mean, bringing up a child like Vidhata, and I'm sure even his brother is just like him. It is such an inspiration for all of us. So the
Thank
kind of
you.
knowledge that he showed and how humbly he's putting it across to all of us. So that is the value which the parents, he can get it only from the parents. So thank you very much for being such inspiring parents to all of us. And can we also see your brother Vidhata?
He's not keeping well. Sandata
Oh,
is not keeping well.
अस्तु 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 महोदय हा
okay.
Thank you so much
धन्यवादः.
for
In spite of all this, you came through, and even from Sagara, you connected with us. We are very thankful for that. Yes, go ahead.
Srivathsa Mahodaya has introduced you in your work in this field. It is really amazing. And your consistent efforts for so many years, it is commendable. Please accept our pranams for your great efforts in keeping up the focus on Indian culture across US. It's really great. So, in however manner possible, we would like to support in future also. And you have been bringing forth the young talents like this in front of others. So that is amazing thing. It's really amazing. Thank you so much. And Srivathsa Joshi, sir, he has been connecting resources, the resource persons to each other, and he has connected many people with us. So that has helped us in many ways in improving our own knowledge, our own exposure and all. So he has been doing that service. It's a really great service. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Joshi, sir.
No,
He has been so
just
humble and
by way of letting the world know that there are good things to know. So that's all. Nothing. I'm just
in Sanskrit, there is one shloka that there are speakers available, there are doers available, there are every kind of people available, but yojakas tatra durlabha. It ends with that. Yojaka is not available and they are durlabha. And only yojakas can make everything happen by connecting right people at the right time, at the right moment. Thank you so much, sir, for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad that this all worked out well with the good connection and very good occasion for Deepavali, and everything went on well. Very nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dhanyavadaha, Dattatri Mahodaya, for your very kind words. We are run by a volunteer, the parents, a very strong parents team. So that is how this is going on. This is our 18th year of Vidya-Niketanam activities here in Maryland. So it is all because it's a team effort, and that's how it is going ahead. Thank you very much for your kind words. And yes, you very rightly said, I have known Srivathsa Joshi Mahodaya from the past 24, 25 years now. From day one, this is how I have seen him, always bringing out the good of another person and introducing him to everybody else. This is what he's been doing from then until today. And I think this is his nature, and this is something which is so very inspiring for all of us.
Paropakaraye idam shariram.
He's living that. Yes, Janaki Amma, you're very right. Okay, so now if anybody has anything to ask Vidhata, I will leave it open.
I just want to say congrats to Vidhata and his parents for a wonderful job. Vidhata, you're so inspiring to all our kids here at Vidya-Niketanam. And I'm saying kids, they're some of them are in high school, definitely older than you, but they all can be inspired by the things that you're doing. I have watched your YouTube videos also. Shanti Pagini has shared with the whole group. It is so nice to see it's such a young age. You know so much. I didn't even know so many characters of Ramayana Mahabharata, but in addition to knowing them, you are putting that expression and thoughts into that, and you're making those stories so come alive. So nice to see those. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Yeah, to your parents, it is so inspiring to see them. I know they are so busy with their own things, and encouraging you to do these things in addition to your school activities, and it's so inspiring. And Srivathsa Joshi Mahodaya, thank you so much for bringing, introducing us to him. And please do many more introduction to us. We are really inspired. Thank you. Thank you, Shanti Bhagini.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಉಮಾ ಭಗಿನಿ.
Thank you, Uma Bhagini. Uma Bhagini is also one of the directors of Vidya-Niketanam. So okay. So with this, okay. So we'll have the last segment, which is the Arati. So once again, congratulating Vidhata on the 2nd anniversary of his YouTube channel. We conclude this program with the Shanti Mantra followed by the Arati. सर्वधर्मस्थापकत्वं सर्वधर्मस्वरूपकः आचार्याणां महाचार्यो रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्निर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्रिया सर्वविद्या स्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे स्वामिने तापहारिणे।
नमो नमो पावाय
वचनैकाधार प्रभु मनोवचनैकाधार प्रभु ज्योतिर्ज्योतिमुजलरवि कंदर ज्योतिर्ज्योति
He may block it somehow.
तुमितमो भंजनः प्रभु तुमितमो भंजनः। नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्यमनादित नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्यमनादित मनोवचनैकाधार प्रभु मनोवचनैकाधार। धीरे दिलांग रंग भंग भाजी अंग संग मृदंग धीरे दिलांग रंग भंग भाजी अंग संग मृदंग गायची चंद भक्त वृंद आरती तुम्हार गायची चंद भक्त वृंद आरती तुम्हार जय जय आरती तुम्हार हर हर आरती तुम्हार शिव शिव आरती तुम्हार। खंडन भव बंधन जगवंदन वंदितुमाय। जय श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपों की जय। धन्यवादः। दीपावली शुभाशयाः। नमस्ते।
Namaste. Deepavali greetings to everyone.
ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಶುಭಾಶಯ.
Deepavali.